get one-on-one with Trent, because defensively he's a League One defender.
League One defender?
No, Laura, he is. He's League One defending.
But the reason we want to talk about Arsenal is because they're sitting top of the Premier League table at the moment, and against the Liverpool side who have a lot of problems, Jamie. One thing I would love to say about Arsenal is that when you talk to other Arsenal fans as well, I guess they feel like this, I hope they feel like this as well, is you're kind of waiting for an inevitable slip-up from Arsenal in the past seasons. This season, even if there is a slip-up, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more sturdy, more reliable, more belief in that team at the moment. Do you see that?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Fair play to them. I mean, you know, I'd love to sit here and criticise them and say that they're going to fall away, but at the moment, I can't see it. You know, we always say judge the league after 10 games. Well, we've played 9. They're top of the league, and I think they've got to play Southampton next game. So, you know, you'll be looking at another win. And I said October was going to be a really difficult month for Arsenal with a lot of games. And at the moment, they're breezing through them. You know, they've beat Tottenham, they've beat Liverpool, and now they go into some decent fixtures where you're thinking, well, we're going to carry on winning. So
Leeds is the next one in the league.
Leeds.
And then it's Southampton after that. There's a couple of Europa League games
Forest,
to play as well.
I think they've got Forest. So there's games there that you go, all right, well, they are the real deal. And as much as I want to sit here and criticise them, they play on the front foot. They go after teams. Martinelli, for me, is absolutely fantastic. Jesus is a leader. Saka doesn't get the credit that he deserves. And they're just a really solid team. I do still think you can get at them at the back, you know, the back four. Gabriel, for me, he's clumsy. I think he's got mistakes in him. You know, I think Liverpool should have had a stonewall penalty yesterday with where it's hit his arm. But as a team, they are really solid, really complete, playing with confidence, and it's horrible to watch.
The handball thing for me, if it was given, I wouldn't shout and scream about it. The fact it wasn't given, I'm also not shouting and screaming about it.
Come on, Woodsy.
Did you not hear what I just said?
Yeah, but it's a stone wall though, right?
No, because I think what's happening in this with the actual rules of the handball are so subjective. Jamie, have you read them?
Yeah, but have you seen some of the handballs over the weekend?
Yeah, I
have.
The
Fulham ones.
But this is all
even the
subjective,
Rashford one,
isn't it?
The Rashford one last night.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pathetic. It's pathetic that we have to keep every week going on about it.
That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. But they're going to have to go back. I tell you, they're going to have to do. They have to go back, right? This is what we're going to have to do. You're going to have to go back and say, look, is the player gaining an advantage? Is he attempting to gain an advantage? They go back as simple as that and make a referee make a decision. Because some of the penalties that are being given and some of the ones that are not being given, nobody's got a clue.
No one knows what they're doing.
So
it's all over the place.
The referee's going to look at the proximity between the player and the ball and the initial position of the hand or arm, and whether handball contact is made. And if
but even that will be a matter of opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the proximity is very close, giving the player little chance to react, these are the words, that might overrule the handball offence. Yeah. So essentially the referee's looking at it and going, what's the proximity? Does he have time to react?
Yeah.
Is the arm in a natural position?
What can Rashford do then?
No, I agree.
Yeah? And then Antonio gets one. He's handballed it, and he goes in, and he's 1-on-1 with a keeper. He's clear handball.
Yeah,
you know.
That's what I thought.
There's too many areas where it's subjective, and I thought, well, the whole point of having VR was so you get these things right. And that yesterday for me, I mean, look, Liverpool were shocking at the back, useless. Trent, I don't know what he's doing. He's playing with ice skates on defensively, but that is a stonewall penalty. Everyone knows if you try and play a ball across the box and your arm's out and it hits your arm, it's a penalty.
That one on Antonio, just so you know as well, I did get a tweet earlier on that said this from Josh. He said, Antonio's goal stood because the handball didn't impact the goal directly. If the keeper didn't save it, and if his original shot goes in, then it gets ruled out. It's classed as second phase. The rules are the problem.
He only gets the goal. He only gets the goal because he's handballed it to get 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Correct.
He doesn't get the chance.
You're gaining an advantage by handing the ball originally.
Of course,
Come on. I mean, honestly, I'm sick of the Premier League. I'm sick and tired of referees, mate. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of them, like traffic wardens.
Someone's messaging saying, Laura, stop being so biased because it's against Arsenal, this penalty incident. What's the point in VAR? They can't even see that. Don't bring out the rules. Anyone can see it was a penalty. I am going to bring out the rules. But I even said it earlier on. When I first saw it, I thought it was a penalty. But I'm saying to you, if it was given, I wouldn't have anything to shout and scream about. In fact, it wasn't. I don't either, because I can see how the rules are so subjective with it.
100%. But you know what I said, and I stand by it, right? On the current state of affairs within football, I thought it was an absolute stonewall penalty, but I'm absolutely delighted that it wasn't given, because I wouldn't have given it as a penalty back in the day, because I don't think he's trying to gain an advantage. I actually think his arms, believe it or not, are in a genuine position. All this, no attached to the body and all that nonsense. When you play football, your hands go all over the place. I don't think he was trying to gain an advantage. I think his hands were, for that particular challenge, in a natural position. So therefore, in an ideal world, I wouldn't have given the penalty. However, in the current climate, it probably should have been a penalty.
Hold on, can we, for a minute, stop talking about VAR and talk about how bad Liverpool are defensively?
Oh, mate.
I mean, they are an absolute shambles at the back. I mean, it's Mickey Mouse.
What's happened there, do you think, for you? What's happened?
I think they relied so much on Van Dijk being at the top of his powers that they all just got away with it because he was so good. Now he's fell away because of the injury or whatever. He's lost a bit of belief, bit of confidence, going through a bad time in his own game. That it's scrutinised the rest of them. So now they've lost that belief, and now teams know that they can go and get at Trent, and they will mark him and aim for him every single time they get the ball. If I was playing now and I was playing against Liverpool, the first thing your manager would be saying to you is get the ball out left. Leave him one-on-one, get one-on-one with Trent, because defensively he's a League One defender, but he's a Champions League.
League One defender.
Laura, he is. He's League One defending, but he's Champions League going forward. So you have to. So Klopp knows that. So he loves his attacking ability, but defensively he is all over the place. Was it for the Saka? Was it for Saka's
second goal where he was drawn towards him and sort of
second goal? Where's he going?
Yeah, and left a big open
like Bambi
space
on ice.
But I don't think you can call him a League One defender, Jay.
No, Laura, he is. I'm sorry, he is. Look, I love Trent. I think he's a fantastic player to watch, and what he's done at a young age. He's achieved more than me in one season, and what I've achieved. But as a defender, he is not good enough. He needs to work at his game. He needs to get a one-on-one coach, and he needs to sort it out, because you can't kick. You've got away with it because you've been playing in a team with Van Dijk in it. Van Dijk's fell away. He ain't Van Dijk anymore. He's a different player, and they've had to deal with that. But Trent going forward, fantastic. Defensively, all over the place.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.